Hey guys, on this video I'm talking about nighttime potty training, so stay tuned. Hey guys, today I'm talking about nighttime potty training, or how to potty train your child at night. First of all, I am going to say I'm not really in favor of it, to be completely honest. I think that it is more important for your child to sleep. I think it's more important for you to sleep, and I think that waking up your child to go to the bathroom when they don't appear to need to go and don't even have the full scope of sensation yet, they're still learning what the sensation of having to go to the bathroom is. I feel like that generally just creates more headache for you and for them, especially if you have a child who, once they're awake, and then you have even longer to try to get them to go to sleep. So here is how I approach night training instead. When I have had children in potty training and we're to a point, I put kids in underwear pretty early when we start potty training. I don't really like dealing with pull-ups. I really think that they're just fancy diapers. I don't really find that much difference between a pull-up and a diaper, and so I will prefer to use underwear instead. Also, I feel like it's cheaper in the long run to just grab a bunch of, cheap white underwear, and if you ruin it, whatever, and if you do 10 loads laundry, that in the long run is better than buying 3, 4, 5 boxes of pull-ups every time you turn around. So when I notice, though, what I'm looking for is I will put them in a diaper or a pull-up or whatever I have available for nap time and bedtime, just because I don't think it's fair or necessary to have a child wake up if they're because they've wet themselves. I think that's unnecessary, and to be honest, I value sleep too much for both the child and the parent to have to deal with the wet sheet scenario. So what I am looking for, though, is mostly during nap time. If they are waking up consistently dry after their naps and are able to go to the bathroom pretty quickly, I will try nap time first without a diaper, and I'll just see how it goes. I've had some kids that do absolutely great with it, and it's not even an issue. I've had other kids who almost, they're aware that they're in underwear, so they're like more paranoid about not peeing, that they have the mistake while they're asleep because they finally calmed themselves down enough. But see what's going on with your child. I typically want to do a week or so with them waking up consistently from nap dry and able to go to the bathroom pretty quickly. I think it's great even more if they themselves initiate going to the bathroom, but what I'm looking for is for them to basically get up and we say, "Oh, hi, how was your nap? Let's go potty." If they can go with that pretty agreeably, pretty quickly, I know that they're starting to be aware that, oh, I need to go. I've been holding it while I was asleep and now I need to go. So that's kind of my first step here. With night training, I follow a very similar thing. I'm looking for the length of time. How many mornings do they wake up dry? If they're waking up wet, how wet are they waking up? What variables am I looking into here? Typically, because the night period of sleep is longer, I'm not so stressed out about if a child wakes up with a wet diaper, wet pull-up, whatever you use, because that is such a long time for a lot of kids. And honestly, a lot of kids are still at this age, they have something with them, even if it's a sippy cup of water or something. So I'm aware that most children sleep with water or something. I don't really care one way or the other if your child is going to sleep with a drink. If you are heavy potty training, you might not want to offer drinks or offer very small amounts of water, because that will come into play at some point while they're sleeping. But as far as if your child, especially if your child is used to a bottle before bed or maybe nursing before sleep, I think it's a normal, natural transition to have a drink of water or something with them. But that's not the point of this video for today. So night training, when I'm noticing a trend that they're staying dry, or that maybe their diaper's a little wet but not very wet. And again, same thing from nap time. If they can wake up in the morning and they're maybe not initiating, but they're very quick and eager and they're not fighting me to go to the bathroom, I know that we're on the right path. So for Sophie in particular, she potty trained real easily. She was not quite 2. I was folding laundry and she's like, I want underwear. And I told her, you have to put your pee and poop in the potty and then I'll get you underwear. She said, okay. And that was how we started potty training. So we did that. She was in underwear pretty quickly. Nap time, she was in underwear from her naps pretty quickly too. Night potty, night diapers, kept her in those. She was probably in night diapers or pull-ups, or I don't know, pull-ups I think they were, for 6 months or so after she had been potty trained. And that was mostly, she was still wetting at some point and wasn't really waking up. And then we finally stopped putting her in diapers. She was waking up in the morning, and she was waking up pretty quickly to go to the bathroom, and was telling me a lot of times in the morning, I need to go potty. So we just stopped that, and it was very uneventful. It was just kind of this is how it happens and this is how it goes. We did have a handful of accidents, but they weren't really major. We do co-sleep more nights than not, and so sometimes you can kind of, if you are co-sleeping or if you have a monitor or something like that, you'll notice some signals. They might flip around a little bit more or move around a little bit more. If you are potty training and your child wakes up in the middle of the night and is kind of fussing around a little bit, your first instinct might be to let them have a minute or two and see if they'll go back to sleep. In my experience, that's typically they're waking up because they have to go to the bathroom. So if your child is waking up in the middle of the night and is kind of fussing around and moving, that might be a sign that they need to go to the bathroom. And so in those situations, I will get up and check, take them to the bathroom and see what's going on. And yeah. So, I'm 5 months pregnant right now, so I'm going to the bathroom every, hour, 2 hours at night. So, I do notice Sophie, when she's in bed with us, I notice sometimes her movements will kind of get me awake. So I wake up with her to take her maybe once a night. But that's what works for us because I know she has to, and she's kind of already waking up. There's no intentional going in to wake up the child for the sake of having them try. It's more, I can tell that her body needs to go because of how she's wiggling her body, and it'll typically be that lower half that kind of just squirms around in the bed. So that's my what I got to say about night training. Leave us a comment. Let me know if night training worked for you, if you woke up your child in the middle of the night, if your child is sleeping through the night dry, if they are waking up wet. Let me know what worked for you, what works for you, and if this video was helpful. Subscribe to us here on YouTube so that you can get more awesome videos from me, and check us out on Instagram. We're there a lot too. Yeah, I will see you guys in our next video. Thank you so much. Bye.